My former best friend tried to sabotage my dream business, but I discovered her treachery and used it to my advantage. Okay, Reddit, I need to get this off my chest, and I know you guys love a good drama, especially when it involves betrayal, revenge, and a little bit of sweet karma. This is a long one, so settle in. My former best friend, let's call her Veronica, and I had been inseparable since kindergarten. We shared everything, secrets, dreams, even an embarrassing phase of matching neon tracksuits in middle school. Our biggest shared dream, ever since we were little girls, was to open a bakery together. We'd spend hours sketching out designs for our storefront, brainstorming names for elaborate pastries, and even practicing our customer service voices with each other. It was more than a dream, it was the dream. After college, life took us on slightly different paths. I went into corporate marketing, and Veronica pursued a career in culinary arts, working her way up through various prestigious kitchens. We always kept our bakery dream alive, though, frequently meeting up to discuss new recipes she'd learned or marketing strategies I'd concocted. We even started a joint savings account, each contributing a portion of our income every month, specifically earmarked for the dream bakery. Fast forward 10 years. We were both established in our careers, and our dream bakery fund was substantial. We decided it was time. Veronica, with her culinary expertise, would be the head baker and recipe developer. I, with my marketing and business acumen, would handle the business operations, branding, and customer relations. We found the perfect little spot in a trendy part of town, an old, charming building with exposed brick and high ceilings that just screamed artisanal pastries. We poured our hearts and souls, and every penny of that joint savings account, into renovating it. The initial months were a whirlwind of excitement and exhaustion. We were working 18-hour days, fueled by coffee and the sheer joy of seeing our dream take shape. We designed a unique menu, focusing on gourmet, locally sourced ingredients and visually stunning creations. We hired a small, enthusiastic team. Our grand opening was a huge success, exceeding all our expectations. The reviews were glowing, customers were lining up around the block, and our social media was blowing up. We were living the dream. That's when things started to change, subtly at first. Veronica, who had always been the more outwardly ambitious of us, started taking more credit for our collective success. In interviews, she'd often frame things as my vision or my recipes, downplaying my role in the business's foundational structure and marketing. I brushed it off, attributing it to her passion and excitement. We were partners, after all, and I knew my value. Then came the special projects. Veronica began to secretly develop a line of exclusive pastries that she wanted to sell under her own personal brand, separate from the bakery. She even started using our shared kitchen and ingredients outside of business hours for these personal projects, without compensating the business for the usage or ingredients. I confronted her about it, gently at first, explaining that any products developed using our resources should be part of the bakery's offerings, or at the very least, she should be paying for the overhead. She dismissed my concerns, claiming it was research and development that would ultimately benefit the bakery. I reluctantly let it go, hoping it wouldn't escalate. It did. Our bakery specialized in custom orders for events, weddings, corporate gatherings, etc. One of our biggest clients was a prestigious local art gallery that frequently hosted high-profile events. We had a standing contract with them, and it was a significant portion of our revenue. I handled all client relations for these large accounts. One day, the gallery director, a wonderful woman named Evelyn, called me directly. She sounded a little uncomfortable. "Listen, my name," she began. "I need to confirm something with you. Veronica just sent over a proposal for our upcoming gala, but it's different, and the pricing is significantly higher than what we agreed upon. Is this a new standard for your bakery?" My heart dropped. Veronica had never discussed a new proposal or pricing with me for the gallery. I quickly pulled up our existing contract and assured Evelyn that our original agreement was still in effect. Evelyn then forwarded me the proposal Veronica had sent. It was shocking. Veronica had essentially created a separate, branded proposal for the art gallery, offering them similar products to ours, but under her own personal brand, at an inflated price, and completely cutting the bakery out of the deal. She had even used some of our proprietary recipes, slightly altered, and presented them as her own. The email was sent from a new personal email address, not our bakery's official one. I was livid. This wasn't just a breach of trust, it was an attempt to poach our most valuable client and steal our intellectual property. I immediately confronted Veronica. Her reaction was surprisingly calm, almost smug. "Oh, that? It's just a little side project," she said, waving her hand dismissively. "I figured if I could get them to pay more, it would be good for us both. More money in my pocket means more money to invest back into our bakery, eventually." Her blatant disregard for our partnership and her thinly veiled attempt to steal our client for personal gain was a slap in the face. I told her, in no uncertain terms, that what she did was unacceptable and a direct violation of our partnership agreement. She just shrugged. "Well, if you're going to be like that, maybe we shouldn't be partners anymore," she said, her voice dripping with false innocence. "It sounds like you're holding me back from reaching my full potential." That's when it clicked. This wasn't just a side project. This was a calculated move to push me out, to take over the entire bakery, or to start her own venture using our established client base and recipes. She thought she was being clever, slowly undermining me and our business. But she underestimated me. See, I had a secret weapon, something Veronica didn't know about. During my corporate marketing days, I had become very proficient in digital forensics and online reputation management. I had learned how to track digital footprints, recover deleted data, and monitor online activity. It was a skill I picked up out of curiosity, never imagining I'd have to use it against my best friend. After our heated confrontation, I went to work. I accessed our shared cloud storage, our joint social media accounts, and even, ethically dubious as it might be, her work computer, which she had always left logged in on our shared office desktop. What I found was a treasure trove of incriminating evidence. She had been communicating with other potential clients, offering them similar exclusive deals under her personal brand. She had been secretly developing and testing new recipes, clearly intending to launch her own separate bakery. She had even been in touch with a real estate agent about a potential storefront location just a few blocks away from ours. The most damning evidence was a series of emails to a lawyer, outlining a strategy to dissolve our partnership in a way that would leave her with the majority of the assets and intellectual property, including our most popular recipes. She had been planning this for months. She even had drafted a press release, painting herself as the sole creative genius behind the bakery, and me as the uninspired business partner who was holding her back. I printed every single email, every document, every incriminating piece of evidence. I had hundreds of pages. It was irrefutable proof of her intent to defraud me and steal our business. I also remembered something else. When we first started the bakery, I had insisted we get comprehensive liability insurance, including intellectual property theft. Veronica had scoffed at it, calling it an unnecessary expense, but I pushed for it. Now, that decision was about to pay off. I arranged a meeting with our lawyer, bringing all the evidence with me. Our lawyer was aghast. "This is a clear case of breach of contract, intellectual property theft, and attempted corporate espionage," she said. "We have a very strong case against her." But I didn't want to just sue her. I wanted to turn her treachery against her. I wanted her to realize the depth of her mistake, not just financially, but reputationally. The next day, I confronted Veronica again, but this time, I wasn't gentle. I laid out all the evidence on the table. Her smug expression slowly morphed into shock, then panic, as she realized I knew everything. How did you get all this?" she stammered, her face paling. "You really think you could outsmart me, Veronica?" I asked, my voice dangerously calm. "You think I'm just a pretty face who handles the numbers? I built the foundation for this business. I protected it, even from you." Then I delivered my ultimatum. She could voluntarily dissolve our partnership, relinquishing all claims to the bakery, its recipes, and its client list, and walk away with only her initial investment back. Or I would file a lawsuit, go public with all the evidence, and destroy her reputation in the culinary world. I also informed her about the intellectual property theft clause in our insurance policy, which meant that if she tried to launch her own bakery using our recipes, the insurance company would come after her, hard. She was visibly shaken. She tried to bluster, to deny, to negotiate, but I held firm. I had all the cards. After a long, tense silence, she finally caved. She agreed to my terms. Within a week, the paperwork was finalized. Veronica signed away all her rights to the bakery. We dissolved our shared accounts, and she received her initial investment back. She left the bakery quietly, without a word to any of our employees, leaving me to explain her sudden departure. I told our team that Veronica had decided to pursue other culinary endeavors, keeping the details vague but firm. The immediate aftermath was tough. I had to reassure our employees and our clients that the bakery would continue to operate seamlessly. I had to work even harder to compensate for her absence, pulling double duty in the kitchen until I could hire a new head baker. But it was also incredibly liberating. I was no longer looking over my shoulder, no longer worried about betrayal. The bakery was truly mine now, built on my vision and my hard work. And then came the ironic twist, the sweet, sweet karma. Remember that prestigious art gallery, Evelyn, who Veronica had tried to poach. Evelyn, being the observant and shrewd businesswoman she was, had not been entirely convinced by Veronica's side project. She had always had a good relationship with me and had found Veronica's sudden, secretive approach suspicious. After Veronica's departure, Evelyn called me again. "So, I guess Veronica's exclusive offer is off the table, then?" she asked, a knowing tone in her voice that I explained, truthfully but without disparaging Veronica too much, that Veronica had decided to pursue a solo career. Evelyn then confided in me that she had been very impressed with my professionalism and how I had handled the situation with her previously. She had also been doing her own digging and had found Veronica's personal brand proposals somewhat amateurish and lacking the quality and consistency that our bakery consistently delivered. "To be honest," Evelyn said, "I think we prefer working with you. Your bakery has a unique charm and quality that Veronica's personal venture just couldn't replicate. We'd like to sign a new, long-term contract with you, exclusively." Not only did I retain our most valuable client, but they wanted to deepen our partnership. It was a huge vote of confidence, but the karma didn't stop there. Veronica, still determined to make it on her own, managed to secure funding and open her own bakery a few months later, just a few blocks away, as she had originally planned. She tried to emulate our style, even attempting to replicate some of our signature pastries. However, without my marketing expertise, her business struggled to gain traction. Her social media was lackluster, her branding was confused, and her customer service was reportedly inconsistent. I, on the other hand, flourished. With Veronica gone, I was able to fully implement my own creative visions for the bakery. I rebranded slightly, making it even more aligned with my personal aesthetic and values. I hired an amazing new head baker, a true culinary artist who shared my passion and vision. We developed exciting new recipes, expanded our catering services, and even started offering baking classes, which became incredibly popular. My bakery, now truly the dream bakery, continued to thrive. We won local awards, were featured in food magazines, and our customer base grew exponentially. Veronica's bakery, meanwhile, struggled. I'd occasionally hear whispers from former customers who had tried her place and found it lacking. Eventually, about a year and a half after she left, her bakery quietly closed its doors. I didn't gloat, at least not openly. But there was a deep, satisfying sense of vindication. Veronica had tried to destroy my dream, to steal what we had built together, and she ended up destroying her own in the process. I learned a hard lesson about trust and partnership, but I also learned about my own resilience and strength. Now, I run a successful, thriving bakery completely on my own terms. I have a fantastic team, loyal customers, and the joy of knowing that I overcame a significant betrayal to achieve my dreams. It was a painful journey, but ultimately, it made me stronger and my business better. And I wouldn't trade that for anything. So, Reddit, what do you think? Am I the villain for exposing her? Or did I just protect what was rightfully mine? I'm still processing it all, but I'm proud of how I handled it.